All right. So getting a little more into herbs. So herbs are something that is just really goes perfectly with this rest of this microbial information because it does something that has something in it that fruits, vegetables, and nuts don't really have, and that is just a high amount of different chemicals that kill bacteria naturally without affecting the body. And they don't hurt other microbes too. They only hurt the bad bacteria, which is pretty crazy. Um, So having herbs as a daily part of the diet is a great way that we have humans have evolved to keep disease down. The main reason we started eating having herbs on meat was to keep the bacteria down. It wasn't just for flavor. Um, so all throughout history, herbs have been a huge part of society. They really royal families and royal kings and stuff like that, people with a lot of power, would pay tons of money for herbs because they wanted to live longer. And the only way they could really do that was by getting herbal medicines from other countries, herbs from other countries. A lot of people, a lot of these palaces had herbalists, like on staff herbalists, like the cabinet member of like the president would have. There's an herbalist on staff that would just help them out with anything, give them tinctures like constantly, because it was a preventative style of herbalism that only the rich people really ever got into. But today we can use this preventative style using herbs, just like the Roman emperors and the emperors of China did, because we can use Amazon and other ways of just either growing our own herbs in our backyard, getting the seeds from anywhere in the world, or um, ordering them herbs already in bulk dried. And it's so amazing because they're we can get them from anywhere in like less than a week. Um, Especially if you're on Amazon, there's like so much on Amazon, and they'll have different flavors too. So it's like a total. It has so much more than just like medical benefits. Like all these different herbs have just so much flavor. They don't go bad. They're all dehydrated, so as long as you keep them dry, um, they'll stay good forever too. So it's like a crazy way of be able to be preserving herbs by drying them out and powdering them, or just drying out the leaves and keeping the leaves. So it's really not just great for the body, but it's also a really fun thing for adults to do is try out all these different herbs, um, and they really are very. As you get more into having fancier food too, you'll notice that they just throw these little bit of herbs in, and then just like chalk it up $20 more. But these herbs are really common. A lot of these food herbs are really cheap, and they just make cooking so much more fun. So to get a little more, I kind of summarizing a lot of this stuff that I talk about that I write here. But herbs were as I'm just going over again, herbs were a huge part of history. From Egypt, there's been documents that we have where they talk about herbs. From India, um, ancient India, there's been herbal texts written about how keeping these herbal traditions and medical traditions alive. A lot in India, a lot in China. Um, the Yellow Emperor of China had a book of internal medicine. Um, there's these books are been around for a long time, so this is really how they stayed alive. This was really important to them. In Greece, it was really there was a lot of another book about herbs. I kind of forget all these guys that were just a while ago. Um, but there's just really interesting how there's all this history about herbs that we really don't know too much about. But it's really huge part of humanity and how we're able to stay alive and be healthy. And then it's interesting how, because in Europe, we'll see kind of that they didn't want to believe the Eastern approach to nutrition really, and with implementing all these herbs and stuff, they thought it was kind of more demonic and stuff like that. So it was unfortunate how there was a kind of a dis. It was a there wasn't an adequate information about herbs and food history in Europe, and that unfortunately led to America potentially having um, such a lack of food knowledge and lack of food history, and having this lack of herbal knowledge is just a reason that big food has been able to really sell us whatever they want, and our health isn't the greatest. So here I have a list of just to comp some few herbs that I use regularly. Um, that and it shows all the medical benefits they have. So to have all these different to be antimicrobial, antibacterial, so which means they kill only the bad bacteria. Have different vitamins. All of these, uh, they're good for certain different parts of the body. Um, Good for the brain. Good for the lungs. Good for the blood. Good for the you know, good for all this sort of stuff. Every single one of them has different chemicals. Different chemicals. All of them are like a recipe of all different chemicals that our body needs, and we can get them through these herbs, and they're very cheap. And a lot of supplements today are selling supplements. Supplements are a total scam because, or a total, in my opinion, a lot of the super doctors are just a scam because they don't really break down our body. Herbs have fiber. They have a type of carbohydrate, so they can actually break down in our body with by themselves. They don't need to have we need enzymes with food. They are enzymes. They are the minerals inside of them. So when you get a synthetic vitamin D pill or vitamin C pill, it's not really going through you because that core of it is not a complex carbohydrate. It is just a powder somewhere that they got. But this is real complex carbohydrates with these minerals ingrained in them. So they also really are protective against the body, as I said, and they all have amazing flavors and do amazing things. So I would really recommend, you know, wanting to learn more about herbs and really getting to a more healthy, natural lifestyle diet. Um, really getting into the microbe diet and seeing all the different things, how we can use it in our diet, and just being able to have these different tools just in case we want them. Just if you don't want to follow the diet and follow all the things, you don't have to. Just having some of these tools will really help out staying healthy, which is what we all want to do, and for cheap too. Because when we let the medical industry just decide our health, we limit ourselves and we don't really know how much we're paying. So this is a way we can kind of control how much we're kind of investing in this, and we can really see benefits. Like we love having this new tea every morning, or we're just feeling better. This part of our body is just feeling better, feeling more energy. Our digestion's going better. We're sleeping better, which is another big part because they help us sleep. They help with digestion, which is working together. Our whole body is working in unison. So whenever we can help it, it will show up in a lot of different ways. And just adding some herbs is a great way to do that. So I kind of ended here, but gonna go over the rest of the book real quick. Um, so I ended there with herbs and spices, but next we go into plant protein and how really switching to more plant based proteins is a way that we can cut out all the bad stuff that the um, kind of the unnatural diet foods have, and get all the benefits that all the animals that eat mostly plants get, which is tons of protein. They can eat more food and they're healthier. Also getting into superfoods. So superfoods are foods with just a ton of vitamins and minerals, and then a bunch of other unique things that really help us out. So they can be herbs or vegetables, fruits. It's kind of diverse, but anything with just like a ton of vitamins and minerals, or just some other thing that is unique to it, I consider a superfood because it's a superfood. It doesn't just have like 5 vitamins and minerals and some fiber. It's got a lot of stuff. Some of these have like 20 herbs. So some of those, microgreens, some just herbs by themselves. Tropical fruits are a lot of super are considered a superfood in my opinion. They have unique strains of microbes too. Anything like that. So food grade DE is something that I really love. It's and the earth loves it too. It's really just a magical herb from no, not an herb. It's a magical product from the earth that is ancient. It's been around for millions of years, and it's in our bodies. It's in the ground, in the soil. It's in our technology. Even it's silicon. It's used in all these processing chips. We couldn't have computers without food grade DE, and it's really one of the biggest things that we can do that I use to alkaline my GI tract, and just keep it going because our body loves silica, and DE, diatomaceous earth, is full of silica. Um, So I get to non-food related secrets. It's more about just about the food business, going deeper into that because I can go wade really deep into that. But it's not that productive. I think that we just focus on the positive things. We can. That's just better. We can just let them go bankrupt. Um, and then the solutions for sustainability. We can grow our own herbs and vegetables in our backyards, and it's so easy and it's basically free, and it's one of the funnest things we could do, especially as a man, really getting physical with the earth. Shovels, digging, ripping stuff up. It's pretty fun building, seeing stuff grow. It's not just some girly thing. It's really how men in the past would live. They would be up at 6 in the morning, out in the field all day, maybe come in the middle of the day if they could. But really, it's something that's really natural to do is gardening. Getting used to just how to grow stuff because it's a whole like other language almost that you can learn, and as soon as you learn it, it just makes life more fun. Um, so then I get into so this is a little old. I will update this, but encapsulating capsules. Get into that. That's the next one. So the sources, and then the second book, encapsulating capsules. Well, first, so yeah, then I finished Book of Secrets. Is kind of just more about informational about this stuff, as I kind of showed in this. Don't want to get too into the complex stuff. If you're, this is kind of just a more show general of this information, and if you want to learn more, go ahead. Um, but the sources here, I have a bunch of books that are really great, and I would recommend checking them out as well. But then we're getting into the encapsulating capsules, which is really about how we can transition from acidic to alkaline. And it's something that really I wish I was told and given by someone. I would probably paid a few $1,000s for this because this not only is a total pain when you don't have the information, you don't know where to go for the information, you don't know who to trust for the information, but you are gonna have different symptoms and different things happen when you start to transition, and it's just understanding it is what's going on in your body and being able to know, okay, I need more protein, okay, I need more minerals, okay, I need more fiber, um, and understanding all this stuff is just a lot. It's very confusing and it affects our life, right? We can't have low energy in life, so that's why a lot of people just stick with their diet because they give them enough energy and that's it. But we can, if we have enough information, we can slowly implement this stuff, um, and not just do what I did and just totally quit it, because it's tough. It's tough. It's something that it's just not fun. But adding things in slowly, one at a time, is a great way to do it, and that's what encapsulating capsules is all about. Not only just really being able to health our microbiomes with do different stuff, but be able to just easily add these things in, and over time maybe just change how we see food, which is really really great. Because the more people that are food conscious, the more people that are not just going to be giving the the supermarket $500 every week for them to make more synthetic chemicals for us to feed our children and stuff like that. Um, so intro that encapsulating capsules. Let me just see where we're at. Oh, over 13. All right, I'm gonna make another little video about that one and kind of just end this whole course. Hope you've enjoyed.